Vasu, are you there?
Sorry, I was on mute. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
I can hear you too.
Okay, good. So you're the only one, and we're going to go ahead and get started. If the others join us, then that's great. If not, we personalize
All right,
session.
it's going to be a private session for me.
Do you have more than one app open? I'm getting a big echo back.
Oh, I connected to my phone audio.
Okay.
I'm sorry, car audio.
When I speak, there's the echo.
Um, let me let me go on mute for a second, and you see if it is because of my audio.
Okay. Okay, so I'm talking. Hello, 1, 2, 3. No, I'm not getting any echo back.
Okay, good. When I am live, when my audio is on, I think you are getting the echo. Try to speak now, please.
1, 2, 3. Buckle my shoe. Yes, the echo's there again. It's okay. We'll work around it. I'm just going to keep getting this echo back. Let me see. I think somebody else is still trying to get in here. Okay, Sri Devi's not available. I don't know. When you came on, just out for my own edification, did you just click the Zoom link and it brought you right in?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I do not know why the others are not able to get in, and I just posted the full Zoom invitation, even with the meeting ID, but it doesn't require that. I didn't set it up like that. It was anyone with the link can get in, so I don't know how to guide them. Okay, I'll have to ask
I
others.
I just clicked on the Zoom session,
Yeah,
and it
brought you
brought
right
me
in.
right here.
Okay, so I'll see. I'll have to reach out to Zoom and see if they can help. Anyhow, tonight's topic is going to be the world needs improving. And so it's what in your world needs improving. Hi, Intera. Okay, she's with us.
Uh,
So,
hi, Sharon. I was
how are you?
unable to join from my other device, so I joined from a different device. I am good, thank you. So, what is the topic today?
Could you just repeat again? What did you end up joining through? Did you use your phone?
With the other phone. Yeah, phone. I have two phones.
Okay.
With iPhone, I have with one Zoom ID, it is like blocked. I don't know why.
Okay.
With the other Gmail ID, like I have to, so I have to use different phone. But other Zooms, like I'm able to join from that device, iPhone. But I don't know for your only particularly this one, I have to use different device. So I got late. Sorry.
Thank you for persevering. Okay, so tonight we're going to work on
Uh-huh.
the world needs improving. And so
So
what in your world needs improving? So think on it for a minute, both of you and anyone else who joins us.
okay.
What in your world do you think needs improving? For me, I need more local people to hang out with. My whole world is on Zoom or FaceTime or um, WhatsApp. So I want more people in my world that I can go for an actual cup of coffee with. So, what in your world needs improving? Do you both have a topic? Yes.
For
No?
me, uh, the communication relationships
Okay.
with the people that has to be improved or yeah,
Okay.
get better.
So, whatever your topic is, I just want to make sure you both have one. So, you have a topic.
Hello.
Yeah. Do you have a topic?
Topic as in the areas of improvement, potential
Okay. So,
improvement.
So I just want to make sure you have a topic to work on. So
Oh,
what
yeah.
in,
I mean,
what do you feel in your world needs improving? And you don't need to tell me.
okay. So,
I'm hearing the echo.
I know there is a big,
is there an echo?
yeah.
Oh God.
And
Let me see.
from the
I
phone,
actually.
Turn your volume down a little bit, see if that helps.
Okay. Should I put it on chat, or is it too difficult for you guys to experience the echo?
When you talk, it's fine. When I talk is when we get the echo. So
Okay. This is how we are going to work.
keep
I will
yourself on
speak.
mute.
I will speak and go on mute. How about that?
Okay, good.
Okay. All right. So, in my world, right? So, we all have many areas of improvement, but more than anything, the idea that I'm separate from this, I need to reinforce many times in a day, because the ego lets me slip into this other reality. It makes me feel that this is real, so I need to be watchful whenever it is slipping into this. Other than that, you have all the material world, so many things are there, but I tend to take them as they are. But the main thing, if you ask me one topic, it is about remembering that I am this universe itself. I am not separate. Thank you. I'm going on
Okay.
mute.
Your topic is going to be, I need to remember I'm not separate. Just note that for yourself. Intro, what was your topic again? I'm sorry.
improving relationship, the communication with the people around me.
So would you phrase that? I need more communication with people. How would you reframe that?
I mean,
What do you
I need to
need?
have
Okay.
good relationship.
Okay.
The communication means the husband with the closest family members, like mother.
Okay.
So I need to have a better relationship with all of them because
Okay.
the way I communicate,
No,
they feel sometimes it
I'm
is
gonna pause
rude.
you. Well, I'm gonna pause you because the minute you go into because, now we're going into story. So let's just come back. And I'm going to make your topic based on what you just said. I need better relationships.
Mm,
That sounded about right?
yes,
Okay, perfect.
yes.
You caught her.
It's not trying to catch someone, it's more trying to help someone, that whatever we say, because everything after that becomes story. Okay, so who else is joining us now? Saroja, hello.
Hi, Sharon.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, I'm excellent. So we're working on the topic, the world needs improving. Therefore, what in your world, find something in your world that you feel needs improving, and just make a note of it. Everybody, if
Mhm.
you don't have pen and paper already, you need pen and paper. Okay, so I'm going to move on here. So I'm going to use the phrase, the world needs improving, and you're going to work the individual statement that you wrote in response to the questions that I ask. Is it true that the world needs improving? It's a yes or no question.
No, of course not.
You've done the work before, correct? Everybody else? Yes. Oops, sorry, Kat's come to join. So can you absolutely know that it's true that the world needs improving? Yes or no? If you could pop your answers in the chat, that would help me know when to move on to the next ones. Thank you. Can you absolutely know it's true that the world needs improving? In that moment, when you're believing that thought, whatever you wrote that you need, and you believe you don't have it, how do you react? And what happens inside of you when you're believing that thought? For me, on my topic, I wrote, I feel isolated. I feel tearful. We have restless. I feel empty inside. How do you react? What happens when you believe that your world needs improving, whatever you wrote? How are you treating that other person, if there is another person? How are you treating them when you believe that thought? Are you treating them as a friend or an enemy? Are you treating them with respect or disrespect in that moment when you believe that thought? Are you treating them like they're superior to you or inferior to you? In that moment, when you're believing that thought, that the world needs improving, and this is your world, your statement, when you're believing that thought, what can't you do in that moment when you're believing that? How are you treating the separateness? How are you treating those relationships that aren't wonderful in your eyes? Or the people that you're thinking about? How are you treating them in your mind? I notice for me, I'm treating them as objects, objects to be controlled. Yeah, try to change the other people or the situation, feeling superior. What past or future images do you experience when you're believing that the world needs changing? Your world, your situation. Past or future images arise when you believe that thought. I notice when I believe my thought that I need more local people to hang out with, I see the past and I compare my present to my past, where I was surrounded by tons of people. I could always reach out when I lived in Florida. And I'm blaming my present circumstances on having moved to Georgia. So I'm blaming Georgia. That's kind of funny. So I'm blaming Georgia. And the future image is that it's just going to continue being without those immediate circle of friends to hang out with. So you see past images of when you were insulated. Anybody else want to share? This is a safe space. Nobody's going to share this information or take it away or hold it against you. Actually, I take that back. I am sharing it out on YouTube. So what can't you do when you believe that thought? The world needs improving. And how are you reacting? Even if it's, we have 60 to 80,000 thoughts going on. And in that moment, we're just sitting there believing this belief that whatever it is in your world needs to change. What can't you do in that moment when you're so absorbed in that thought? When you're believing that thought that your world needs to change, that statement that you wrote about your world, what can't you do when your mind is wrapped around that thought? What can't you do in that moment when you're believing that? And for me, I can't see a clear path forward. I'm stuck in that. I'm stuck in that belief. And I can't see that it's me doing it to me. Yeah. I mean, you probably can take immediate action, but we're stuck, right? We're just stuck in that moment, in that headspace. Yeah, remember it over and over again. Yeah, I can relate to that one too. So, how are you treating yourself when you believe that thought? And I notice I'm treating myself as powerless. I can't see the full magnitude of who I am and that it's me creating this story. So I'm just powerless, or I'm believing I'm powerless. Anybody else? How are you treating yourself when you believe that thought that your world, that statement needs to happen in order for you to be happy? How am I treating myself when I believe that? Well, I'm also treating myself as dependent rather than standing. I'm depending on outside circumstances. So I'm treating myself as incapable in that moment of taking charge of my own life. I'm putting it on others. Not enough. Do you want to clarify what not enough? What are you not enough of? So, Rosia, what are you not enough of? Or what are you believing you're not enough of? Okay. So not so when we get specific, it helps narrow it down, see it a little more deeply. Okay. Does this thought bring you peace or does it bring stress into your life? I need this, whatever this change is. Yeah, I think stress for me too. And whose business are we really in when we're believing this thought? Remember, there's three kinds of business: yours, mine, and God's business, or the divine's business, or the universe, whatever you want to call it. Whose business are we in with those thoughts? I need to remember I'm not separate. I need better relationships. I need more local people to hang out with. I know in my statement, I need more local people to hang out with. I'm in the other people's business thinking it's their job to read my mind, to know my life, and to come out of the woodwork somehow and show up for me. Interesting to look at that. Describe any physical sensations you have when you believe that thought. Scan your body when you're believing that. I invite you to close your eyes and do that. Where in your body do you feel that statement? I need whatever you wrote. I feel my chest getting tight. I notice my breathing is a little more rapid and a little more shallow. And I have like a sensation in my stomach going on when I believe that. Mm. Do you feel a lump in your throat as well? Or your shoulders or neck tight? Is your forehead all scrunched up? If your stomach's in a knot, is there any color or shape to it? And what do you get from holding on to this thought that you need, I need this to, to improve in my world? What do you get from holding on to that thought? I notice I get to make myself right, and the other people, I don't even know who they are, I get to make them wrong. I notice I get to stay in a victim mindset when I believe that thought. I bet some others answering in the chat box so we can see what's going on. So now I'm going to invite you to do something. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. And I want you to see in your mind's eye an image of the situation that you're referring to, your own belief, your own world there. See it. however it shows up in your mind. And now put a picture frame around it, whether it's just words that you're saying or whether it's an actual image. Put it inside of a picture frame. And now turn that picture frame over and look at the back of the picture frame. And now turn it back again to the front. Is that image real or is it just a picture? It's just a picture for me. It's just some words I wrote in there, framed. It's just an image. Yeah. Anybody else experience that? So now, in that same situation, when you're believing that thought, well, not believing it, in that same situation, when you have that thought, I need whatever you wrote, who or what are you in that moment without that thought, without that belief? So for me, without the thought that I need more local people to hang out with, exactly, just an observer. I'm a woman just relaxed in her own business, having a lovely day without that thought. The whole body is relaxed. I can feel my shoulders just relaxed. The tension releases out of my body. And I just remain curious. Anybody else? Interest, type it away. How about the rest of you? So anyway, I can know you're still active with us. Who or what are you without that thought, without that belief in that moment? Okay, so let's move on to look at our original statement from a different perspective. So in that moment, Saroja, without the thought that you need whatever it is you wrote, you're relaxed only for a few seconds without that thought? Are you coming back to old habits right away? Okay. I'd love to talk with you more privately about that, since I don't know what your topic was that we're working on. And now let's go in and let's look at it from different perspectives. So our original statement is the world needs improving. I'm just using a general statement. Whoops, who did we just lose? So let's look at the opposite of that. So whatever you wrote, now we're going to look at the opposite, which would be I don't need. So write that out and find one example of how that could be true, that you don't need it. So for me, I don't need more local people to hang out with. And my thought was to have a cup of coffee with. Because the truth is, I actually don't drink a lot of coffee. So I don't need more local people to go have coffee with. And another example for me is I'm actually very happy in my own little office area doing my own thing, and I'm okay with being on Zoom or WhatsApp or any other FaceTime, I'm actually perfectly fine and happy with that. Please put in the chat what your opposite statement was from your original statement. Do you have your opposite statements? Can you please let me know? Saroja, Intra, do you have your opposite statements? And were you able to find one true statement to support that? Okay. Intra, what was your statement? Was yours, I need better relationships? It's the opposite of your original statement. Was your original one, I need better relationships? Yeah. So yeah, I don't need better relationships. And you can leave it, I don't need any relationships, but your original was, I need better relationships. So can you find one true statement to support, I don't need any relationships, or I don't need better relationships? What would be the reason, or what's a reason why you don't need any relationship or a better relationship? You can always speak out loud if you want to. You don't have to type everything if it's easier to just say it. Okay, let's move on then. So let me see if there is an other with this. Normally it would be to the other. So the world needs improving. I need better relationships. Oh, I mean, I need more local people to hang out with. How could that be the other? I'm not seeing, okay. Not your business to force the other person to talk. That's true. That's actually true. That's their business, what they do. But why don't you need any relationship? How could that be true? Are you okay on your own? Can you find things to do to keep yourself entertained or company? And you are really the one that you've been waiting for. So how could it be true that you don't need any relationship, or you don't need a better relationships? How could that be true? Exactly. You can be busy with your own self. You don't actually need others. That's just a belief. Yeah, you can get busy doing things with yourself. Okay, so let's turn it to the self. So this is turning it back to me. So my original statement is I need more local people to hang out with. Correct. Less dependency. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to say correct. Yes, that's a true statement as well. Now let's turn it to ourselves. So my statement, I need more local people to hang out with, turns from me. I need more of me to hang out with me rather than look for others. So I need better relationships can turn into, oh, yours was with others. I need a better relationship with myself would become your to the self statement. So can you find one true statement to support I need a better relationship with myself? And you can add, here's one time you can add when or even because. So you could say I need better relationships with myself when, or I need better relationship with myself because, and find one true supporting statement for that, why you need that better relationship with yourself. So Rosa, what's your main statement? What are you working on? If you don't mind sharing. Okay. So to heal yourself, yes, that could be one true statement. I need a better relationship with myself. You can even say so that. I need myself to hang out with me more in a conscious way. Instead of being out there looking for others, I just need to learn to be 100% fine in my own company, always staying mindful, always staying present. I can see I wouldn't necessarily get that from the other people. I would be busy having expectations of them, be busy in their business, and that's not going to serve me well. So I can see I need more of me to hang out with. Yeah, I need a better relationship with myself so that I become totally in tune with all of me, not just bits and pieces of me, all of me. And if that doesn't work for you, don't take that. It's just things that pop into my mind when I see it. I need a better relationship with myself so that I don't feel dependent on others outside of me. So I become truly the love of my own life. Okay, I'm going to open it up now for any questions and answers, if you have any. Can you see when it comes back to ourself that it's really us doing it to us with the thoughts that we have about our given situation? You know, the world needs to change. My world needs to change in this way. I need this. I need that. Those are just stories and beliefs we've taken on, and we're putting pressure on something outside of ourselves that's never going to happen. It's never going to bend to our will because it belongs to somebody else. And when we give that kind of power, our power away, then it causes us to have that helpless feeling rather than the strength that we're looking for inside. And the truth is, we are the ones that we've been looking for. We keep looking outside of ourselves for everything. But through meditation and through this, we can see all the answers are inside of us. Truly, they are. We just are learning ways to bring that to the surface in the most positive of ways, in the most sincerest and loving of ways. And when we really get tuned in, tapped in, turned on like that, we become freer and freer and freer of those thoughts that cause us to suffer, of those deep-seated beliefs that we've been carrying around for a very long time. They just let go. And it's wonderful. So the loneliness, again, is just some belief you have going on about yourself. It's an underlying belief. And loneliness can be changed with just a simple phone call or a quick text to somebody to engage with them. You can take yourself out for coffee or tea and watch the people in the shop, or go to a library and observe the people there. Start a conversation with somebody. I used to challenge myself when I went to networking events to go up and introduce myself to 5 different strangers. I was determined to overcome that fear of being seen and heard in the world. And so I met some very nice people as a result of doing that. Just, hi, I'm Sharon, and your name is, and what do you do? And, oh, do you love it? And where do you live? Just engaging that person, you get to know about them, and generally they'll reciprocate and ask similar things of me. Some I stay in touch with, some I don't. We don't have to be lonely. It's a choice in a way. Well, we're doing that through doing the work. When we're examining these thoughts, I need a better relationship. I need more people in my life. I need to remember I'm not separate. We're believing that thought. If we accomplish that, that's going to make us happy. But that's not really the problem. The problem is what we're believing about all of those things. And we just saw that that's not true. We saw that it's us doing it to us. It's nothing outside of us. Me believing that I need that in order for me to be happy, because that's what this is what it boils down to in this topic tonight. The world needs improving. That's my opinion. And I'm believing if it does this, this, and this for me, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be satisfied. And that's absolutely not true. And I just did the work on it. I see that's not what's going to make me happy. What is going to make me happy is me hanging out more with me. What's going to make you happy is having a better relationship with yourself rather than wanting it to be a better relationship with others. When you have a better relationship with yourself, that's the belief, is I don't have a good relationship with myself, whether you realize it or not. We're making it an external thing. We're putting the blame, so to speak, on something outside of us. In doing this inquiry, we see it comes back to us. So just by doing inquiry, doing these 4 questions, really looking at what's going on, especially number 3, how am I reacting just in that split-second moment of when it's happening? I replay it over and over and over and over in my mind. And the reality of it might have only happened 1, 2, 3 times, but I keep replaying it like a broken record. And so doing this inquiry, noticing, how am I reacting? How am I treating myself? How am I treating the other? What can't I do in that moment when I'm believing this thought? Oh, you just notice what's going on internally inside of you. I see past images over and over. I see a bleak future. I'm treating them like they're an enemy. Yeah, how unfair. They're innocents. they're just sitting there doing their own thing, minding their own business. And I have all this story going on in my head. It's nothing outside of me doing it. It's all me every time. And this is how it's not so much getting rid of it. That's not the goal here. The goal is to see the truth in every situation. So we're taking that original thought and seeing if it's even true. And we're finding it isn't, and it never has been. So again, it's not about getting rid of it. My personal experience has been, though, when I track this back to some of what's the earliest time I can remember having the thought that I need more people to hang out with, in-person people to hang out with. And I could take it maybe all the way back to elementary school or maybe even daycare. I don't know. I haven't looked at it that far back yet. But I can see that's where that belief started. Maybe I had a moment of feeling alone. And I suddenly started looking around. It felt like nobody was there. So I got a story about it. I need more people to make me so that I feel good about myself. And then that took root. And because it took root, it's played out in my life over the years, in school, at work, in relationships. And when I do this work on it, I can see that pattern in my life. And what I found is doing the work, doing this process, it begins to loosen. And the more I do it, it's not to say you won't get triggered again with the same thought. That's why we say in a full worksheet doing number 6, I'm willing to experience feeling this again. I'm looking forward to experiencing the same thought, same feeling. And you think, oh my gosh, what are we, crazy? No, that gives me an opportunity to see where I'm still arguing with the reality. And reality is, I don't need anything outside of myself. And another truth is, there's nothing outside of me that anyone has that I need or want that I can't give to myself. Whatever it is I think the other person can give me, I can give it to myself. And yet they are strong rooted beliefs. I mean, as children, we heard things over and over and over again. A lot of times they were punishing kind of statements, or statements that made us feel small or undeserving or unlovable or disrespected, whatever they made us feel. And if you look back historically in your life, you'll see that other situations occurred throughout your entire life that further embedded that belief inside of you. The more you do this process, the more you question those thoughts without getting into story, just staying with that topic, the more it'll shake loose, the more it will lose its power over you. That is my personal experience, and my closest friends who've been doing the work as long, if not longer than me, it's their shared experience as well. It's why Byron Katie has, you heard her say, if you do the work long enough, the work starts working in you. And that's exactly what I'm describing there. The more you do this process, if you could start every day sitting down and just writing whatever it is that's on your mind that's causing you to suffer, a thought, write it down and just do this simple inquiry. And it's only 4 questions, and these turnarounds, they call them, looking at it from another perspective. You'll see it comes back to you every time, 100%. It's me doing it to me, not you, not you, not you, not him, not her. It's me. And it's just the beliefs that I have around it. Underneath that anger I have towards someone is a belief that there's something wrong with me. There's something lacking in me. And I'm usually projecting, you think I'm not whatever, smart enough, my idea is not good enough, I'm not pretty, whatever it is. And that's what I need to take to inquiry. And yeah, they are deep, especially if they started young. I mean, these are childhood traumas, actually. If you got put on timeout or punished, spanked, ridiculed, spoken down to, that's a form of child abuse. And those are childhood traumas. Sometimes those hard words that we heard or punishment that we received causes beliefs like, I'm a bad person, I should show up invisible, an expression I heard all the time was children should speak only when spoken to. And later in life, when I was doing the work, learning the work, I realized that that statement, I heard it so much, it created a belief in me that I needed to show up invisible in the world. And I did. I literally did. I gave off, we talk about energy, right? We give off energy. And once you change those beliefs and thoughts, then your energy changes and you don't attract it anymore. Thank you for showing up, Mitra, for tonight. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate that you're helping yourself this way. Yeah, the 4 questions are, whatever your statement is, the 4 questions are, is it true? And it's just a yes or no answer to question number 1. And question number 2 is, can I absolutely know it's true? And then you really have to sit and meditate on that for a minute. And it's a yes or no question. And then the next question is, how do I react and what happens when I believe that thought? And then that's where you just sit and be in that moment and see everything that's going on. What are you thinking? Are you putting up invisible blocks? How are you treating them and you and this and that? And then it's, who am I without that thought, that in that same situation? Well, now we become the observer. Oh, I'm just a woman looking at things. I'm noticing whatever it is going on, and there's no attachment. There's absolutely no attachment. I'm free from it. And then we go into, Katie calls them turnarounds. I prefer to say we look at it from a different perspective. We look at it as the opposite first. Whatever we said in that very beginning, we look at that oppositely. Then we see how to redo it to the other person. And it turns out exactly what I'm accusing them of, I'm doing it to them in reality. And now we turn it to ourselves. It's me doing it to me. Whatever the statement is, I blank, whatever, me. And then you say, how could that be true? And for each one of those statements, you're finding at least one truth to support that statement. If you go to the top of the work with Sharon and you click on that, it will open. You can go out to the Google Docs. I put a bunch of documents out there that you can, worksheets I should say, and you can do this on your own every day. You can either do a full judge your neighbor worksheet, you can take one belief at a time, which is what we do in these sessions, and do that. There's another one, I complain about, and you're right, I complain about the weather because it's awful. I complain about the dog because it never stops barking. I complain about the restaurant food because it's never good, whatever it is. And then you take each one of those complaints and do it one belief at a time. And I'm always available. You always reach out if you get stuck. Just send me a text message, a WhatsApp message, and I'm happy to jump on a call with you and walk you through it. Lovely ladies, we're at the end. Have a great rest of this evening. And again, feel free to reach out anytime. I'm available, okay? Good night, ladies. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Sharon. Good night.
You're welcome. Good night.